Hello, I am Alec. I am a consultant and I love showing people how to keep their money. So we're going to have some fun right now because I put together a bit the other day because I just like putting together things. Okay, so excuse me, it's morning time. So I'm going to show you boss position and I'm going to show you a checklist. The checklist that I'm going to show you is maladministration, fraud, waste, and abuse. Repeat, I'm going to show you maladministration, fraud, waste, and abuse. So if you're one of the people, if you're a man or you're a woman or you're even a person, these words, you need to put them in your back pocket because you need to know how to oversee these words, okay? Check this out. This is the setup. You can't hide anymore, all right? So you cannot hide anymore. When I say you, I'm talking about the people, the persons that manage the people's business. The government is the people's business, okay? Remember this and we're going to be cool. So we all have a business. First, we have a person. This body right here, this is my person for me to administer. And I have a duty and I have an obligation because Father God created this body for me to administer. And I love it. And I need to know how to administer it, right? Just like how the people created a body for the people called the government. And the government needs to learn, and the entities that are in the government, they need to learn how to administer it, all right? So we're going to show you some terms and conditions, all right? Here's the checklist. Maladministration. What is maladministration? Bad management. That's what it is. It's bad management, okay? Excuse me. Water makes me burp. Okay, so maladministration is bad management, okay? That's what it is. So whenever you see bad management, you know you have a maladminister right there, okay? Look at what else it says. It says vicious, defective conduct in administration, all right? And then it says this right here. So we're getting our words from Webster's Dictionary, 1828. It says, the performance of official duties, particularly of executive and ministerial duties prescribed by law. So the law, we wrote the law in our constitutions, okay? As the maladministration of a king or of any chief magistrate, okay? So if any executive entity, if any legislative entity, if any judicial entity is not following the rules as written within the Constitution, they are in maladministration. Remember this and we're going to be cool. It's way easier to show than fraud, waste, and abuse. Now we're going to show you fraud, okay? This is what fraud is. Deceit. This is what fraud is. Deception. Fraud is trick, okay? So if you feel like you've been tricked, if you feel like you've been deceived, you know, if somebody's tricked you out of your property, then you've been fraud. Somebody committed fraud on you, okay? That's just what they do. Now, check this out. Here we go. We're going to use the example. It says an attempt to gain or the obtaining of an advantage over another by imposition or immoral means, okay? Bad behavior. Check this out. Particularly deception in contracts, like not obeying the Constitution, or bargain and sale, okay? Like giving up the people's property to foreign entities, either by stating falsehoods, by like telling the people that they're persons and then they're not the boss people, or suppressing the truth by like not telling the people that they have all political power. That's called fraud, okay? You know, so like if you take the people's property, you know, in the form of income tax because you've tricked out the people and you've called them something else, and then the people don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding because their government isn't teaching them, you know, then that's called fraud, okay? So if the people created tools in order for the people's future to be protected in the form of trust contracts called constitutions, and you never show this to the people, that's called fraud, okay? Remember this and we're going to be cool. Now we're going to show you waste, okay? Waste is to expend without necessity or use, all right? Without necessity or use, all right? To destroy. When you unbuild something, you destroy it, okay? So like, here we go. Careless people waste their fuel, their food, or their property. So we've put people in positions out here in California in order for them to administer the people's trust. And California is the people's trust, and the land is part of that trust. And they waste away the property. They don't manage the forest, right? That's waste, okay? They waste the water. That's waste, okay? They just let the water go out. They let the water go out to the Pacific. That's waste, okay? And we don't like that. So these are why you need to put these words in your back pocket so you understand what they mean. To expend without necessity necessity. So if you keep giving up the people's money to other entities that don't benefit the people, that's called waste. Okay, remember this and we're going to be cool. Now, check out abuse. Abuse is to use ill. Abuse is to maltreat or to misuse. So you abuse things like you abuse the people's trust, right? So the people have put people in positions or persons in positions called politicians to administer the people's trust. And if you don't do that and you do only what your political party wants you to do, then that means you are abusing the trust that the people have granted you, right? And that's a no-no. You can't do that, okay? So if you give up the people's money, if you give up the people's property to foreign entities who then war against the people, that's called abuse. Okay, you can't do that. You cannot do that. So you can't abuse the people, and you can't waste the people's property, and you can't commit fraud on the people. Okay, those are all elements of maladministration. But maladministration just means bad management. So if somebody's not following what the job description is, then that's bad management, okay? If they do other things and other wishes, that's called bad management. Everything is written, right? So everything in our constitutions are written, and that's how our administrators are supposed to behave. And when they don't behave that way, then we punish them with maladministration. I'm going to show you some more words right now, okay? Check out this bit right here. Indubitable, right? Indubitable means not to be doubted, okay? No doubt, all right? That's what indubitable means, okay? Inalienable, okay? Or unalienable, which means that cannot be legally or justly alienated or transferred to another. Okay, so you cannot transfer the people's rights to another. The people are free by nature, okay? Look at what alienable means. That may be sold, okay? You cannot sell the people's trust. If you sell the people's trust to foreign entities, you're breaking the law, okay? Check this out. Indefeasible, not to be defeated. You cannot defeat it, okay? That cannot be made void. It's always going to be as an indefeasible estate or title, okay? So the people are free by nature. That means by God. That is indefeasible, okay? Now, we're going to check out boss position right here. I run jurisdiction over my governments. That's boss position right there. I run jurisdiction over my governments, and whenever my governments are committing maladministration, fraud, waste, and abuse, then we punish them, okay? We're going to show you how right now. We're just pulling this bit from the Virginia Constitution, Article 1, Bill of Rights, Section 3. Government instituted for common benefit, okay? Government instituted for common benefit. Check this out. We're going to read this one straight through. It says that government is or ought to be instituted for the common benefit, protection, and security of the people, nation, or community. Protection and security of all the various modes and forms of government that is best, which is capable of producing the greatest degree of happiness and safety, and is most effectually secured against the danger of maladministration. Secured against the danger of maladministration. Now you know what maladministration is. Okay, and whenever any government shall be found inadequate or contrary to these purposes, a majority of the community, also called the people, hath an indubitable, now you know what that means, inalienable, now you know what that means, and indefeasible, now you know what that means, right to reform, alter, or abolish it, meaning the government, and in such manner as shall be judged most conducive to the public will, okay? Will, okay? And that's it, man. You know, so with that one bit, that boss position bit right there, put that one in your back pocket and you will be able to run jurisdiction over your government, because your government was created to serve you, the people. Okay, it wasn't created to serve itself, and it wasn't created to serve foreign entities. Remember this, and we're going to be cool. So we got our call to action right now, because this is what we do. We like to show people how to keep their money private. So if you want us to show you how to keep your money private, then you should contact us. Okay, so our information is either going to be on the screen, in the description, or you can go to the profile. You can get it there. You can give us a call, and you can say, hey, can you show me how to keep my money private? And can you also show me how to run jurisdiction over my government. If this sounds like a good deal for you, you and I, we should hang out. We should talk about some wonderful things, because we will move your public person from the public into the private, and we will show you how to keep your money like one of the boss people. Okay, my neighbor? All right, that's it. We're done. Let's go ahead and walk it back up now. Okay, so we just wanted to put that boss position, maladministration, fraud, waste, and abuse checklist in your back pocket. We wanted to put it down because we're seeing a lot of people babbling right now. We're seeing that there's a whole lot of people that are starting to understand what fraud, waste, and abuse is, right? But that's basically just maladministration. So there's rules written for how our public servants are supposed to be performing. There's rules written for how managers are supposed to be performing. And when the manager doesn't perform as written, then you get them every time with maladministration. It's simple. That's just bad management, man. You're not doing what is written, okay? All right, again, call to action 2. If you want us to show you how to keep your money private, hit us up and let's see if you and I will be a good fit. Okay, my neighbor? Contact information, remember, on the screen, in the description, or go to the profile, get it there. Give us a call and say, hey, can you show me how to keep my money one more time, please, my neighbor? All right, and if you and I sound like we're going to be a good fit, public person, your public person, will get moved from the public realm into the private realm, and we'll show you how to run jurisdiction over your government. Okay, my neighbor? All right, that's it. We're done. We're going to put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.